This is Andrew for the Chosen Prime with a quick video review of Titans Return Powermaster Optimus Prime. He's a leader class figure for the new Generations line Titans Return. Here you can see that his box is a standard kind of leader class Generations box. You do get the figure, you get a collector's card, which you can see back there in the bubble. He does come with 4 weapons here, these 2 gray ones as well as 2 handguns that you can see here. He essentially is a remold of the leader class Ultra Magnus that came out in Generations, but now he's got a Titan Master Headmaster partner as well as some other remolded parts. So let's go ahead and take a look at some detail here for Optimus. Powermaster Optimus Prime is an extensive remold of the leader class Ultra Magnus. Essentially, he's just got the same base skeleton as well as some basic parts like his thighs and stuff. And I'll get to some comparisons in a little bit. But you can see there's quite a bit of paint detail and overall just extensive detail here in his upper torso. His arms here are actually painted. Their default is this gray plastic, but they are painted a nice color. But you can see where he shares a lot of the different pieces that Ultra Magnus had, as far as his feet and some base wheels and stuff like that. As far as articulation, he does, due to his Headmaster, have a kind of a mask here, which I'll show off, and it can rotate all the way around, but there's no real pivot due to the mask kind of being held down in the feature that this is. His arms are ratcheted at the shoulder. This panel can move out of the way, so he does get a ratchet as far as arm movement there. Bicep swivel, soft detent on the elbow, and no real hand articulation due to this panel and this arm are kind of one and the same. You don't remove these two. It's just kind of painted. No waist articulation. He does have universal ratcheted joints that are pretty stiff, just like Ultra Magnus. Upper thigh swivel, as well as a ratcheted knee. His feet are, again, same as Ultra Magnus. They just are on one single hinge that can move back or forward, depending on how you want to position him. But overall, the kind of color scheme here for Optimus is pretty striking. And it doesn't really look like Ultra Magnus kind of when you just look at him in person. As far as his weapons, he does have an improvement as far as holding the guns. So if we look here, there's actually a kind of panel here, or a hole in the actual arm here, that you plug the guns into, and it'll sit securely, which just solves a problem that Ultra Magnus had. And then these guns that are up on the shoulders here can rotate, and they're just pegged in, kind of like Ultra Magnus's missiles were. But you get a really nice update here of Powermaster Prime for the Titans Return setup. To show off his Headmaster here, we can just lift up on his mask, and you can see Apex, the Titan Master here, Apex, that's just kind of plugged in here. And just like any other Titan Master, you just unpeg it, and you have a standard port here. And so if we take another one of the Titan Masters, this is a Nightbeat, and we can plug him in, and then use the mask and just kind of bring it and lift it over the head. You can see that any of the Titan Masters can be the inner head here for Optimus. The only thing is you really only see the eyes, and so if the inner robot's got a visor, you kind of barely see it. And here with Nightbeat, you can just barely see the yellow. It's really designed here to have Apex in that spot. So we'll go ahead and we will transform Optimus here into his standard truck mode. Transforming Powermaster Optimus Prime into his truck mode is very similar to Ultra Magnus. So to begin with, we want to remove these guns from his shoulders, just unpeg them, and do the same thing for the handguns. Just pull them, unpeg them from the hands. Come to the battle mask here, lift up on it to show off Apex, his Titan Master. His Titan Master essentially does, once you transform him here, does look like Haikyuu, the original Powermaster that Powermaster Optimus Prime had in G1, but now this is Titan Master / Headmaster. So we take him and we put him to the side, come to the chest, lift down on this panel, revealing the truck front, open this up, and we take the mask and we fold it in on itself, and it actually creates a little seat here in the interior for the truck mode, so we can take Haikyuu and bend his legs. He does have just one part here for his knees. He doesn't have separate legs like all the other Titan Masters. He's kind of the same, just a little bit different deco. We take him, we can have him sit in the seat there, lift up on this panel here on this side, and then we can close up the panel and close up the front here, and we have got Apex in there, and you can see now we've covered up the top of the vehicle. Take this cab here and unpeg it and lift it up and rotate it around to the back, and then peg it back down, and you can see there's the truck essentially. The legs we want to bend him this way and then straighten out the legs like this. Come to this panel here on the inside. We want to hinge it out twice on both. So come to the inside, just untab it. Take the feet, and they will hinge back up into the bottom of the truck back here. Do it on both sides. Just like Ultra Magnets, we want to unpeg this side here with the front here and rotate it 90 degrees. So come over here, unpeg this entire section here, and lift this up. We can peg the legs together now at the feet. You just come down here, make sure that these are both pegged together. The kind of front of him will fold down and it'll peg down to the back of the legs here if you get it all straight. And I'll open this up and you can see now these is kind of all flat like this. The arms will hinge up. And there's a very tight kind of locking joint here to lift up on this piece here. And we want to do that on both sides. The arms, there's a part here that will unfold on both arms. We want to get these two pieces out. The arms will peg together here as well as along the kind of panels. I'm going to take these, there's just kind of some locking tabs throughout. These sides here will hinge up and these two pieces here will just peg into the front of the cab. Come on the other side and just push these in, hinge down the arms, and it's just a matter of getting these panels kind of all snapped together. They will, you know, peg all along the sides here. Just kind of matters getting it all hooked up. Flip at the back here, these will peg in. And there's Powermaster Optimus Prime in his core truck mode. We take the gray guns here and peg them into the sides here of the front of the cab, just like kind of Ultra Magnus' missiles. And the guns that he comes with, just peg up top here on top of the trailer. Again, optional. You don't want to have them up there. And finally, you can see that the truck cab here is actually higher than the back wheels. And so there's actually an improvement here over Ultra Magnus. You want to pull down and to release this, and it'll actually slide forward on a hinge here. And so now he can rotate and pull the trailer. You can see here, it's actually a very nice update of Powermaster Optimus Prime's original G1 mode. The trailer's got the right kind of design and detail, and does look different enough from Ultra Magnus. And it's just, it's a nice kind of overall boxy looking updated version here of Powermaster Prime. So we'll go ahead and we'll go on to his base mode. New to leader class figures in Titans Return is that they do have a third mode now, a base mode. To get Optimus here into his base mode, we want to remove all his weapons for now. We come to the side panels here and open them up. And move them to the side. Really, we're just going to be kind of taking him apart and then folding him in specific ways. The arms, these panels will fold up. They will hinge outwards, back to kind of the robot mode, and then aim upwards. The legs here will split. Come to this panel piece here, lift this up. The feet, what will end up happening is we will be rotating them on the knee, and then rotating this outer panel here backwards, and we want to kind of fold the piece down like this, so it's kind of like an angling down underneath the arm. So it's a matter of taking this panel, unpegging it so it can rotate to the side, angle this down, angle this piece like this, and then bend the knee. And we want to just kind of get the knees here and the legs at kind of a 45-degree angle. Come to the trailer in the back here. Underneath the cab is a little like kind of step piece we want to fold down that'll help level him out. Lift up this up. And now it's just a matter of kind of taking the parts and pegging the guns into his sides here and taking these, pegging them on the sides. and this is Powermaster Optimus Prime, essentially in his base mode. Fun little kind of diversion for the character, and you can again you can actually connect him to Fort Maximus with any of these panels here. You can connect him to the red panels on Fort Max. You can see the Fort Max review that we did for a comparison for that. You can take Apex here. We'll get Apex out. And the way that it works is that all the Titan Masters have holes on the bottom of their feet that match these kind of little pegs that are across the entire figure. So you can just kind of sit him down, or any of the other Titan Masters, and they can kind of man this base mode. So it's a pretty cool little mode here for Powermaster Optimus Prime. Alternatively, you can take one of these guns later, peg it, and using this kind of peg hole on it, matching the silver peg here on the chest panel, we can lock this down, and then we can take Apex or any other Titan Masters, and they can kind of sit in this gun turret up there. So again, playability with this figure here from this leader class Powermaster Optimus Prime. Robot mode comparisons for Optimus with Ultra Magnus. This is the original generation Ultra Magnus. I do have some of the X2 upgrade kit installed on him, but I did remove the extended feet, so we can see them essentially one-to-one. You can see that they have the same feet, overall legs, and structure, but there's a lot of different remolded parts as far as the thighs here, the chest of course, the head, the shoulders, and these actually transform a bit differently across the two of them. So you do get two separately different looking robots here across these two figures. It definitely feels like Powermaster Optimus Prime is a bit more solid and built a lot better than Ultra Magnus. There's a lot less hollowness and kind of just overall kind of thinness of the plastic. They have improved it. And you do get the same kind of posability across the two in robot modes. Comparing the two in their truck modes, you can see that they are different enough. Even though they have the same base skeleton, they've changed enough on Powermaster Optimus Prime to make them look different, especially like in the cab here, in overall structure. And I think it looks good here that they were able to use this mold again to make two different characters. To give you an idea how large Powermaster Optimus Prime here in the leader class, I have some Combiner Wars figures here. Here's Voyager class Motormaster, and we got Deluxe class Dead End. This essentially is the same figure in size as the original Voyager class Optimus Prime from Combiner Wars, so you can kind of see how much larger he got by going into a Powermaster mode. But you can see that they all kind of fit, and this being the leader size version of Optimus is kind of upgraded over the Voyager and other Deluxes. You can see that it's cool to see this larger version of Optimus amongst your Generations collection. Vehicle mode comparisons, you can see that he does fit in quite well, just like Ultra Magnus, with other Generations figures, both Voyagers as well as Deluxes. And briefly, here's Powermaster Optimus Prime next to Voyager class Galvatron, and here you can see the difference in scale between Voyagers in Titans Return and Leaders in Titans Return. Alternate mode comparisons, you can see how Galvatron looks here side by side with Prime. Again, nice size difference between the two different classes of toys. Some final thoughts here for Powermaster Optimus Prime from the new Titans Return line. He's a great remold reuse of the Ultra Magnus mold to make a nice, newer, updated version here of Powermaster Prime. You get the nice Headmaster gimmick, you get the two different modes, you get a lot of paint. He is built better than some of the Combiner Wars leaders. They've filled in a lot of the hollow spots, and overall the build is just kind of stronger. These panels and stuff feel thicker than some of the stuff that we saw with on Combiner Wars. This is an early Asia sample that we happen to get the Chosen Prime, but we are planning to get our leaders as well as our mini Titan Master sets sometime next week, which is the last week of June. And so if you want to add Powermaster Prime to your Generations collection, he comes recommended, so take care.